Well, thank you so much for choosing Morning Live. Now, as mentioned earlier on in the news, President Cyril Ramaphosa has given the assurance that government will make funds available for victims of the floods in the areas that have been declared disaster areas in the Eastern Cape. The Eastern Cape Premier, Phumulo Masualle, says that the Home Affairs Department will also be deployed to assist those who have lost their documents in the Port St. John's floods. The Premier was dispelling fears that affected residents may not be able to cast their vote come May the 8th. And Masualle says that he is waiting for an assessment report from the disaster management team in order to decide whether to declare Port St. John's a disaster area. And despite the skies clearing today, as we hear, people in villages such as Ntabankulu, in Lusikisiki and Elaleni remain trapped. And our Eastern Cape reporter Zimkita is once again on the ground, ready to give us a little bit more about what is going on where she is. And we cross over now to her. Good morning, Zimkita.
A very good morning, Sakina, and a warm welcome to the Eastern Cape. Well, the OR Tambo District Municipality and the Alfred Nzo District Municipality were the areas that were hardest hit by the heavy rains that took place. And we know that in Port St. John's, more than 300 people are still being accommodated in different community halls and churches and B&Bs around that town. Here in Bizana and in Ntabankulu and Kwabaka, formerly known as Mount Frere, a lot of roads were the ones that were worst affected, blocking low water bridges. People were unable to go to schools and clinics. But now we're just going to speak to the Alfred Nzo District Municipality Mayor, because now they are busy with the mop-up operations and interventions to make sure that things go back to normality. A very good morning and a warm welcome to this broadcast. Mayor, we know we were in Ntabankulu yesterday, and the community there is saying this is not the first time that low water bridge at Mfundisweni has inconvenienced them, and it's not only when there are heavy rains like what we saw over the weekend. What are your plans as government to make sure that you solve such issues?
Thank you. Good morning to the viewers at home, and good morning to the people of Alfred Nzo. First and foremost, let me start by saying our sincere condolences, deepest condolences to the families, the deceased families, the deceased persons, like the young girl in Ntabankulu, the young girl in Mount Frere, and the young daughter in Bizana, the 39-year-old young daughter in Bizana that were affected by this storm. One of the challenges that we have at the district is that we are a disaster-prone area, and then we are prone to disasters, severe disasters in Alfred Nzo. At times, it becomes a problem and a challenge. But let me go straight to your point of the bridge in that is a provincial road. That is a provincial road, and the department has already assisted us that bridge is going to be built, and most of the bridges and the backlog that we have in Alfred Nzo affect most of the areas that are affected with this storm. And as Alfred Nzo District, we have just convened our joint operation committee to deal. All the departments are there, and then we are doing our mop-up, and they are continuing with the assessment today. And all the people of Alfred Nzo, I just want to caution them that they must not cross the invisible and the bridges that are overflowing. One of the most important things that we are doing as the district, we are just making sure that our teams are there, our rapid response team, our joint operations committee, the department, SASA, and all the departments. We have managed to do the assessments.
Okay. Let me come in there, Mayor. The rain has come and gone. Yes. We can see a bit of sunshine now. And a lot of people now are worried that as we are approaching the 8th of May, what's going to happen? Because we know that a lot of centers, the IEC centers, will be schools and community halls. And like in Mfundisweni, people were unable to go to school. This is the 4th day now they are unable to go to school because of those overflowing bridges. What will happen on the 8th of May? Should should it rain and the situation is the same? I know it's going to take a while for the provincial department to come in and build a proper bridge. What are your plans as the municipality? Because you are a disaster-prone municipality.
Yes, our plan is that we have approached the national government to assist us, particularly the Department of COGTA, the COGTA department, and the minister and the premier are coming down today so that we have a joint plan as to how can we resolve some of the challenges that are going to face at the district. As you see that we are a disaster-prone area, so we have an ad hoc arrangement that at times we are going to go there at the stations where the people will not cross the bridges and then vote in the areas even if there are no voting stations, so that the people may vote on that day.
Okay. And in terms of assisting the people who lost their documents, are we going to see people going into their communities to assist them, those who had their houses collapsing?
Yes, as I've already said, that the Joint Operations Committee meeting was held yesterday. All the departments were there. The Department of SASA, the Department of Social Development, the Department of Home Affairs, all the departments, including with the district, the Disaster Management Committee, are all going out to the communities so as to assist them with the lost documents and everything that they may need. That's why there is SASA, there is education, all the departments, so that if those that have lost their school uniforms will be assisted.
Thank you so much for your time. Well, that was Alfred District Municipality Mayor Cyril Ramaphosa talking to us about some of their interventions following that storm that has wreaked havoc in many areas of the Eastern Cape, especially here in the Eastern Poland area. That's all for now, Sakina. It's back to you in Johannesburg.
Well, thank you so much, our reporter in the Eastern Cape there, Zimkita Makling.